Hello, my love. Dr. Marianne L here, and just wanted to share some thoughts on ADHD. And, that has been something that I was diagnosed with back in 2016. Oh my gosh, look, there's a cute little squirrel. I don't know if you can see it right there. Anyways, squirrel. ADHD. It's so real. Anyways, so that was back in 2016, and I was in my second master's degree program. And 2016 was a rough one for me. So it was like the same year that I was going through my divorce. I was a risk manager at St. Mark's Hospital. There's just so much going on during that year. And it finally, hit me to where I realized I couldn't mask anymore. There was something, I felt like there was something wrong with me. That master's was for health administration and management, and because I thought I was going to go into leadership. And anyways, then I recently, since completing my PhD, I really didn't feel like I needed the medication anymore. I was able to wean off and just using practices of meditation, presence, just being more embodied. I felt more like I had the capacity to manage my symptoms without medication, and felt really solid with that. I had struggled with a lot of shame and guilt, and not feeling like I was enough, and that these symptoms of hypervigilance and ruminating thoughts and rejection sensitivity, being too much. As a child, I've had this for I grew up and with this, and I didn't realize what it actually was. And as I'm in my psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner program, I am realizing these things that, I'm having a hard time focusing on studying advanced pathophysiology. Now, cool, if that is your thing and you're so passionate about it, that's awesome. And I am when it comes to neuroscience. So that section, my assignment for that was awesome. I loved it. I learned more about depression. There was so much that was lighting up for me. There was a lot of passion because, I felt resonant with that topic. And, but the information in an advanced patho is overwhelming. It's a lot of information. And so I've struggled, and I got accommodations in my PhD program. And I really didn't want to get accommodations this time too, because again, there's such stigma. And, I'm working through the shame and the guilt and this need to be perfect, and just these ways of being that are really ingrained in my neural pathways. So, anyways, I just wanted to mention, this was an aha moment for me to have self-compassion, to have self-acceptance of where I am, and that it really, this is the part of being human, of having awareness. And I say to my nursing students, it's, I call it AAA for the soul. It's acceptance, it's awareness, acceptance, and action. So, I was stuck in the acceptance and taking action, because I had a hard time with just really believing that after I've done all the work that I have, that I still have these issues, that I'm still human. Go figure. It is a constant practice of being embodied and love for yourself through really having the acceptance and compassion for yourself and how you're showing up every day. And this is where, again, like my heart framework that came through in my dissertation makes so much sense. It's like I need to honor myself for the here and now of my lived experience and what is coming up for me. Oh my goodness, there's like 2 or 3 squirrels here right now. Sorry. It's hard for me to stay focused on recording. Oh my gosh, it's real life, in real life, the squirrel. Anyways, where was I? I even took notes and said, okay, I'm gonna like have some bullet points so I can stay on task. With my aha moment of needing this self-compassion and acceptance for where I'm at, and that I'm not broken, and that with women it is very challenging to diagnose because we've masked our symptoms for so long. And I have been a chameleon my whole life, a people pleaser. I am very sensitive to other people's emotions, and so I adjust myself. I make myself smaller or however I need to be in order to feel safe. That's like what I've done. And it's like a beautiful gift. And I've said this to my nursing students that, you know, sometimes it's like, actually it comes from Superman or Spider-Man, sorry, where Uncle Ben says to Peter that his greatest power is his greatest responsibility. And that's what I feel like, that this is a gift. These symptoms, this way of thinking, this way of being neurodivergent is a superpower. It is a gift. And in this gift is a responsibility that we have to ourselves, to love ourselves, to accept ourselves, to have compassion and grace for ourselves wherever we are at, because it is what it is. And so it's like, how can I honor myself and how can I stay embodied in this moment, not wanting to disassociate and numb, because for me, numbing means eating. So my binge eating has been off the charts lately. Emotional eating, and I know it's emotional regulation. It's like, I know these things, and yet here I am. And so I am needing to do more of these different ways of being, where I accept myself for where I am. I sit with my emotions, use my breath to stay embodied, use my breath to self-regulate, because it's you know, alchemization for me is about revealing what is underneath. Like Michelangelo saw the rock and said that the angel was revealing itself to him. It was already there. And that is the true authentic self in my perspective, is that I am already there. My soul, my true authentic soul is already there. And through this honoring and embodying and nervous system regulation, then I can truly be my authentic self. And so that's alchemization, and R is regulation, and T is trust. And trust for me is the spiritual perspective too, of like knowing and trusting in my higher power, that I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. I am speaking up, which is not my thing normally, but I am working through that every day. And speaking up in a way from authority, expertise, and understanding, because what I know is not just lived experience. It's also academic, evidence-based research, where, you know, I need to share this with others so that they can feel less alone in the journey of being human, because that's what it is I'm here to help you and myself cultivate this greater capacity to be with all of it. Grief, life's transitions, me being okay with my ADHD diagnosis, and it doesn't define me. It's just part of, like, this is the symptoms of you know, how my brain was wired. It's not who I am, but it is what I need to manage. So, you know, anyways, I just wanted to share this with you, and know that you're not alone, and I'm in it with you, and we're together, and it's through connection and community. Like, that's what I want to create, is where you don't feel alone, because I did.
And I still think that I'm alone in it. And I have good people around me. I have connections, I have community and a supportive family. But, you know, it's something that I have to continuously remind myself that I am not alone. And I can seek help. And through, again, this is neuroscience, it is through emotional corrective experiences that happen over and over again, to be seen, heard, and valued, to speak up and to be witnessed. And so here we are together. I love you. Have a beautiful day.